Hi guys, it's Miss Washington, and this week's notes are about density. Now in science, the way we define density is mass per unit of volume. Mass per unit volume, okay? When we start talking about density, a lot of math is involved. And the three different types of units that we're going to use are mass, volume, and of course, density. The way that you're going to know in your problem question if something is talking about mass is usually, most likely, it's going to be measured in grams. And you'll know that because you'll see a letter G after. For volume, it's going to be a cubed unit, so it's either going to be milliliters in our case, which you'll see an M with a capital L, or centimeters. Which is cm. Both of those are going to be cubed, so you'll see the number 3 at the top. Okay? Now, density is both of these units combined, because density, which we'll get into, is mass divided by volume. So we're going to have grams either over milliliters cubed or grams over centimeters cubed. Now, the main thing you want to do is remember the formulas. Remember the formulas. If your problem asks for you to solve for mass, mass equals density times volume. If your question asks for you to solve for volume, your formula is mass divided by density. Now, if your question asks you for our main focus today, density equals mass divided by volume. An easy way to remember this. We're going to draw a triangle. And another triangle on the inside. And we're going to write out our units. We have mass, we have density, and we have volume. If I want mass, I'm going to multiply density times volume, so I'm going to put the multiplication sign here. If I want volume, I'm going to take mass and divide it by density. I'm going to put the division sign here. And if I want density, it's mass divided by volume. So an easy way to remember this. If the question says, what is the mass? You don't have the mass, so you're going to cover it up. That will give you density times volume. If your question says, what is the volume? You don't have volume, so you're going to do mass divided by density. If your question says, what is the density? You're going to cover up density because you don't have it. Mass divided by volume. Now, if your question does not give you volume and you want to solve for either mass or density, but you don't have the volume either, usually they're going to give you something in order for you to solve it. So, if your question does not give you the volume, you have to solve for it. Now the formula for that, there are two formulas. The first one is volume equals length times the width times the height. because it's cubed. So there are 3 units that you have to multiply in order to get volume. So they may give you a shape that looks like maybe a cube. We'll just use a cube. And let's just say the length, width, and height are the same. I have my length, I have my width, I have my height. And they're all 3. I'm gonna multiply 3 times 3 times 3. 3 times 3 equals 9. 9 times 3 equals 27, which is now my volume. So now I've solved for volume. Another way that your question may ask for volume is called liquid displacement. And what they'll give you is an object. Let's say your object is a marble. And they want you to solve the volume of this marble. They may give you a graduated cylinder that has some liquid in it. So we're gonna draw a graduated cylinder. I'm not the best drawer, but you'll get the picture. Let's say that this graduated cylinder has 10 milliliters of liquid. This is our before. We're still solving for the marble. Let's say in that same graduated cylinder, we're gonna draw another one. This is now our after. The way we're gonna solve for this volume is we're actually gonna place the marble inside of our graduated cylinder. Now our liquid has increased to 20 millimeters. Marble wasn't in there before, but we put it in there after. Our liquid increased to 20 milliliters. We're gonna take our after and subtract before. Our after was 20, our before was 10, which gives us 10 milliliters, which means our marble equals 10 milliliters in volume. So these are our notes for the week. Please review them, please study them. If you have any questions, of course, we'll review them in class, but you are more than welcome to leave a comment below or send me a personal message. All right, have a good day.